Hi, I'm Anita, and today we're back in Twisted Wonderland for the Culinary Crucible. No grain, no gain. So this will be fun. This is one of my favorite events. So we'll go over the event itself. We'll go over the guest room. We'll go over what's in the mirror. We'll also go over everyone's favorite part, the recipes and the prices of the recipes. So you can get as much thumb marks as you possibly can. All right, so let's get started. So first things first, actually, let's head to the mirror. So it's Cater's birthday. So it started February 4th and it will end February 10th. So it looks like it's just birthday bloom, Cater in the mirror, and then platinum jacket, Cater. It doesn't seem like they're doing any other reruns for his birthday, which kind of surprises me. So if you're a huge Cater fan, you'll probably want to take advantage of this. So there's this special bundle that they have in the shop. Well, let's go look at it, actually. So if you click on gems, it's right here.
Hey,
click on it, you can see what's in the bundle. So this is all the stuff that you can get. It looks like it's to help you level up whatever card you want from Cater. So if you're a huge Cater fan, you'll probably want to take advantage of this. What's really awesome about birthdays is, I'll show you. So if we go into cards, so any event that's going on right now, if you just click this up here, it will help you just to see what cards are relevant for that event. I suspect if I had Ortho, or I should say chef gear, is that what they're calling Ortho? I can't remember. If I had that card, or Chef Apprentice Azulu, they would be here too, I would bet. What's awesome about birthdays, so because it's Cater's birthday, see this little arrow here? That means you don't need as much blooming honey. See, so I'm in card level right here, where these little, I'm tapping on it, so hopefully you can see it. You don't need as much blooming honey to upgrade the card to the max right here. So it's a great opportunity to take advantage of that as well during the birthday events. All right, so let's get into the event, the Culinary Crucible event. So not only do we have Cater in the mirror, we have a Zulu, apprentice chef, and it's cooking gear. Oops. So they're calling Ortho's card here for this event Ortho cooking gear. So sorry about that. So they're in the mirror right now. So always what I say with especially this event, if you know for sure you have your heart set on both characters, pull for them right away. But before you go for pulling, let me explain myself. So these cards, although they're fun, if you see right here, they are only an SR card. They are not an SSR card. So if I were you, what I highly suggest, what I always do a single summon. I never ever, I don't think I've ever used a 10-fold key set on pulling for any of the characters for a cooking event, just because I like to save them for if there's an SSR card I want. So I would highly, highly suggest you save them for SSR cards that you want. I guess if you're having like a really hard time getting them, you could try using your 10-fold keys. I would not suggest it though. Or if you have keys to burn, I guess you could try it. So you do you if that's what you want to do. I personally do not do that. So I want both cards this time. So I've never done this before, but would you like to see me try to pull for one? I might edit this out. I might not. Yes, so I got Ortho. Yes, that'll be awesome. All right, back. All right, so now let's get into the event. Here we go. And this is nice that I have a card to show you how to do this. So something I actually want to point out before I forget. So down here, missions, where I'm clicking, where there's pixie dust coming out. So if we go into there, this is missions. So you don't want to forget the missions. Especially these ones down here, because you get 60 gems, which is really nice. 2, you'll want these timers. They help you speed up getting ingredients. So you'll definitely want these. Are those laughing at him? All right, so let's go into, so something I want to cover before I forget. So when you first come into the screen here, you should get a recipe. I hope I'm pronouncing this right. I think it's a Hawaiian dish, loco moco? I hope I'm saying that right. Anyway, that's the first recipe you get for free. Getting it and using it right away. It makes your life easier.
アズールさん、包丁の扱いがすごく慎重だね。
I guess mermen wouldn't have anything that's like a knife, huh? At least as far as we know. At least maybe. I guess we don't know much. We seem to know a lot about the other cultures, but not the merfolk yet in Twisted Wonderland. So in this section here, you have to have a team go out to gather ingredients. So why, if you know for sure you want both characters, I highly suggest pulling, and I forgot to mention, if you get one, at least get one. Get one, and then save your keys and gems. If you get one, and then go into here and see right there, right, oops, okay, it won't let me show you. By Ortho's name, there's that little extra reward. So you get extra rewards if you have at least one card from the cooking event on your team in this section here. Highly suggest putting them on your team as soon as you can. So in this section here, so you go into here, you click on whatever section has the ingredient that you need. So I rarely put it on 20 minutes because the more time you let your team out to gather ingredients, the better ingredients you will get. Most of the time I switch between these three times here. This one I rarely do during the day, but before I go to bed at night, I definitely use this one because I get ingredients while I sleep. During the day, I switch through these. I do use this during the day if I'm going to be gone from my iPad a good long time, then I will. And I know I'm going to be gone for a good long time, then I'll use this one, but these two are the ones I switch through the most personally. So the longer you can do it, the better. For sure, I highly suggest when you go to bed at night, doing this. So right here, see, here is where you can get all the time winders, I guess they're calling them. This is where you can use those, and they will help speed up getting ingredients. 2, I suggest also at night doing this section here, the rice, because you will need rice for every recipe. You cannot make any recipe if you don't have enough rice, so I highly suggest every night that you can to get rice. So during this event, you earn these tokens right here. I'll show you actually in this section here, it's a little bit bigger. With this event, I highly suggest, these you will kind of earn naturally. So I wouldn't sweat too much earning these. Oh, and by the way, you earn them to spend in the shop. The name of the game really, and what this event I feel like is mostly for, is earning thumb marks. And if you stay to the end, I will go over recipes at the very end. 2, I will go over the price of that meal. The name of the game of this event is to make as much thumb marks as you possibly can. Thumb marks can sometimes be a little hard to get in the game. So with this event, what you what you want to try and do is just make as much thumb marks as you possibly can. And in case you're super new here, so in these sections here in the cards, you need thumb marks to upgrade. So not in this section here, and not in this section here, and not in this section here. You don't need thumb marks. Oops. But in this section here, you need thumb marks. And in this section here, you need thumb marks. And in this section here, you need thumb marks. So that's why you want to make as much thumb marks as you possibly can, because it helps you level up your cards. Sorry, I'm all over the place today with this event. I'm not sure why. So you don't want to, under any circumstances, to give up. I'll show you now why. If you give up, you don't get any ingredients. So say like you set this for 60 minutes and then you give up 30 minutes, you will not get any ingredients. So you do not want to do that at any cost if you possibly can. So I'll go over just in case you're confused what I mean by will naturally happen. So see right here the quality of the different ingredients. So what I do is that I set this to auto, so right here, and I set it on low because the name of this game is to just make thumb marks. So if you have an ingredient, use it. Do not hoard any ingredients. Use them all. And why I mean that naturally, you'll naturally cross off those missions. So if I use a recipe that uses rice 11 times, see how naturally then I'll get to using more quality ingredients. So if you have an ingredient, use it. Do not hoard any of your ingredients. Basically just pump out as many recipes, as many dishes as you can, because this event is more about making thumb marks than it is about anything else with this event. So if you get an ingredient, use it. Don't hoard any of your ingredients. If you maybe are struggling towards the end of the event and at the end of your missions, you might want to go out of your way to use quality ingredients if for some reason you can't cross off that mission, but for the most part, if you have an ingredient, use it. Don't hoard your ingredients. You will regret it. So let's go over the shop and then we'll go over recipes. So down here, right here, if you click on that, I find that the easiest during events to just click there from the event screen, because then it takes you straight to what is available for that event. Oh, before I forget, so right here, this section right up here is Cater's birthday token shop. So this is where you can use any tokens that you've earned trying to pull for him for his birthday. So in this section here, down here, so this key here, and this is why I said if you get one, stop there. So if you earn enough tokens during this event, you can buy this key here, and then right down beneath, then you can pick whatever character you want for this event. If you only want one character, I would highly suggest that method and keep your keys and gems for characters that you want. So too, I always suggest getting keys because especially now that they have the new feature that once you get 10 single keys and make a 10-fold key set, so especially now you want these. So you can't get these in the actual guest room section of the game itself, but you can buy them here in this section with the tokens that you earn from the Culinary Crucible. It's kind of fun to see the ghosts. These, I believe, are reruns, for lack of a better way of putting it. I believe they've sold these before. You can have a look if you want. They're very cute. And especially if the guest room is one of your favorite things about this game, you might want to take advantage of this. By the way, if I'm going too fast, you can always pause. Sometimes I forget about that with YouTube. And then I always suggest getting these and these. They always help, especially during events. And then the rest is just kind of the cherry on top. All right, let's go over the ingredients and the price. So if you consider recipe spoilers, you'll probably want to skip this part. But if you're like me and Grim and Rugi, where you can't stand the idea of wasting food, of it turning out bad and wasting that food, which, by the way, if you're new to this event, you can fail a dish and you don't get those ingredients back. So it's up to you. If the fun part for you is trial and error, but figuring it out on your own, if that's the fun part for you, you will probably want to skip this section here. But if you're like me and Grim and Rugi, you want to know the recipes up front. I found these on the Twisted Wonderland wiki. I'll try really hard to remember to link them below. I love this site. I'm always on this site. So I highly suggest checking them out. They actually have the pictures of the recipes, and if you're like me, a very visual person, that makes things easier for me for sure. But if you want to stick around and hear my voice, I guess. Here we go, I'll read them off. So the first one is Loco Moku. I really hope I'm saying that right. That's the first recipe, at least the one I got. I'm assuming everyone got the same one. So you need rice, lettuce, meat, don't have that one, and an egg. Don't have that either, so I can't show you. The next one is rice croquettes. You need rice, an onion, cheese, and breadcrumbs. The next one is rice noodle soup. You need rice, you need shrimp, and that's it. The next one is tteokbokki. I really hope I said that right. You need rice, cheese, and beans. The next one is, I hope I'm saying this one right, masala dosa. I hope I'm saying that right. You need rice, peppers, and beans. The next one is rice pudding. So rice, milk, and sugar. The next one is, I hope I'm saying this right. I'm actually truly dyslexic, so I'm sorry if I'm driving you crazy. I'm driving myself even more crazy, so I'm really sorry. Cassidin, I hope I said that right. So you need rice, breadcrumbs, meat, and an egg. The next one is rice salad. So rice, an onion, a pepper, and beans. The last one, paella. I hope I said that right. You need rice, an onion, pepper, bell pepper, I should say, and a shellfish. Loco Moku, I really hope I'm saying that right, is 450 thumb marks. Rice croquettes it's also 450. Rice noodle soup is 350. Cheese tteokbokki is 400. Masala dosa is 400. Rice pudding, 400. Cassidin is 450. Rice salad is 450, and paella is 500. So comment below, who do you have to get? Do you have to get Cater? Do you have to get Ortho? Do you have to get a Zulu? Are you just here for the thumb marks and the gems? Comment below. And if you love this, you'll love the next one on screen. See you over there.